Now we'll move to Team Malaysia, which is headed by Shaista Falak. Shaista Falak, your undergrad student Jasmine and Tiffany. Over to Shaista Falak and their team.
Thank you, Fasi. Can everybody hear me clearly?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, thank you, Fasi. I will be sharing my screen, and my students, Jasmine and Tiffany, they will be presenting. So give me a moment to share my screen. Okay, so I'll be just starting the presentation by just giving the introduction of the team which was working from Malaysia to this project GIEDT. Further on, Jasmine and Tiffany will take on the presentation because they were the one designing and planning the activities, and they were the one who were working with the students. So our team from Malaysia, that was our team which was from Malaysia. So we were mainly consisted of like two components. On the left side is me and my two students. We were like the one who were working with the students and with the school. And we could not work without our other research team, and that consisted of Professor Tariq Zaman, Professor Dr. Winnie Wong, and Dr. Ghazala, and Dennis. So that was the school, and name was Woodlands International School, Cebu, which we chose to be our partner in this project. And from that school, as mentioned by our other team members, we were working with year 9 student, and who were ages between 14 to 16. So the research theme that we chose for Malaysia was climate change and its impact on health. And on that research, we were working with those school children. And from here, I would ask my students, Jasmine and Tiffany, to present the activities for you. Over to you, Jasmine and Tiffany.
Hello, my name is Tiffany, and this is my friend Jasmine. So we will be talking about the co-located sessions in Malaysia. Instructions were given to the students 2 weeks before the actual session, as can be seen in the slides. The instructions is uploaded to the Google Drive folder, which is accessible by the teacher. The students are asked to take pictures in their surroundings, which they think are related to climate change, then submit the picture to us. Our purpose for the first session was to show them how primary data can be collected through observation. During the session, the students were asked to describe about the pictures taken on how they think it is related to climate change. After the session was finished, they were given a second task for the next session to take pictures on the same location, similar to the first picture they have taken for a period of 2 months. Now, for the second session, in activity 1, the students were given printed version of their picture for them to do a diagnostic map. In this session, students were asked to categorize the pictures, mapping out the causes and the problems. This is allowed them to visualize the complicated data. The message behind the session is to teach them if you want to solve a problem, you have to find the cause to the problem first. From here, the student learn how to link the data collected in a way for them to better understand it. Now, I'll pass the next slide to Jasmine.
Hello, my name is Jasmine, and I will continue on with the second activity for the second session. So during the second activity in the second session, the students were given printed version of their pictures. During the second activity, the students were given official data taken from the official website by the government of the temperature of Cebu. And then this data were given to them in the complex form, which is the original one taken from the official website. And then we also give them different graphs so that it's easier for them to understand the data. Through this activity, the students were taught on how to turn complex data into more understandable formats like graphs, charts. And from there, the students were able to identify the impacts of the climate change or the slight difference in the temperature to the climate, to the environment. We also gave them the impact charts to show them that even a little change in the climate temperature may cause major impact to the environment in the future. So that it's for the second session, and now moving on to the third session. In this session, students were asked to create posters as form of a data communication with all the knowledge and the information gained from previous sessions. The students create their own posters in hopes to convey the message to the audience through their own creativity. Yes, they were also given the choice to create the posters either through digitally or manually. And from this session, students learn how to communicate the data and the information they gain to the audience. That's it. That is all from us. Thank you.
Thank you, Jasmine and Tiffany, for explaining the activities. Yes, my students were the one working about the sessions, and they were the one designed this whole activities. And I'm so proud of both of you. And they were the planners for this activity, and I was just there to facilitate them. So just to add a little bit details to the whatever the Jasmine and Tiffany have presented, I would just add something on this whole idea of how what we wanted to achieve from this, designing this whole 3 sessions with the school students and on climate change. From the day one, our emphasis was how the students can use data, because that's the most important thing in STEM, that how they can play with the data and how they can achieve a very simple result. So from the day one, we asked them to observe. We wanted to know that how do they observe their environment? Do they see any climate change? And through that observation, they collected the primary data, they collected the photos, which were from their perspective. And with the next activity, we asked them to play with the same data, the photos, to draw some cause and effect if they can go to the main problem of that climate change. And then on the third session, we asked them, now you have all the photos, now you have the 2 kinds of data, which is collected by you. And now you also have that complicated data, which is shared by the official websites, which is consisted on like not just the day, but it's consisted of a decade, more than a decade data of the same temperature of your own place. So how now you know that what is the impact? So how you would convey that message to your friends, to your family, to your school, to your teachers. So now to make a connection for them from the day one until the last day of the activity. So that was our whole purpose of these 3 sessions. So that was from Malaysia. And thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Shaista and the team Malaysia. Indeed, climate change is one of the very serious issue. And in Pakistan, we are also suffering, although the weather is quite good nowadays, but it is something that is alarming. Pakistan, unfortunately, is the 7th most in danger zone. Thank you, Malaysia team. Now